What's up, people of the world? Welcome to the Bluesilver video podcast, coming to you live on Facebook from Brooklyn, New York. Let me know if you're out there. If you want to join in as a guest on Zoom, that'd be great. The Zoom ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 1988. Once again, that Zoom ID is 998-063-6285, password 1988. I see we already have somebody on Zoom. Hey Keith, how you doing today? All right, we're just gonna have to wait. I hope you like my background. What's up, Keith?
Hey, Mike. Danny should be getting on. I spoke to him, but he had to charge his phone, so I don't know.
He always seems to have a phone that's never charged.
Yo, I gotta charge my phone. Yo, very Independence Day background. I like that.
Well, on Zoom, it's a different background on Zoom than it is on Facebook. I'm on the original Enterprise.
On Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
there's
What's up, David? What's up, Luigi? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Got a few things to talk about today. Just gonna wait for some more people to come in.
Mike, I went food shopping today too.
Okay.
No, I'm saying like you went out. You went out too, right?
Yeah, went out to the mother-in-law today.
How's she doing?
Had to bring us some groceries, so we hung out there in her backyard for a little while. She's doing all right. So Lisa ran into the store again, and then we just brought stuff in.
Is this better? I'm doing the fire pad.
Yeah, just keep it still though. You're moving around. You're gonna make everyone dizzy.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me set it up.
If anybody else wants to join, if you're watching, you could join on Zoom. The ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 1988. And if you're watching on Facebook, you could see it. The numbers scroll on the bottom of the screen, because we've got some production value in this now.
How's that? Good?
That's much better.
All right.
Instead of making everybody dizzy.
I'm on my couch this week.
Okay. That's very nice that you're on the couch.
Shut up.
It's better than being on the bowl in the bathroom, I'll tell you that much. We don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Hey, Mike, did you watch the draft?
Hold on a second. What's up, DJ Chaz? Brooklyn's own DJ Chaz is in the house watching this podcast. Say what?
Or needs just that extra bit of support.
Hey, Keith, what are you doing? Turn that off. Don't interrupt my show with your TV.
No, I put the volume low.
That's not cool. So, if anybody wants to be a guest, like Dave, who's just joining us right now on Zoom, you could join on Zoom live with me, so I don't have to sit here talking to myself. And the ID for Zoom is 998-063-6285. The password is 1988. What's up, Dave? How are you? You're muted right now.
Hold on. There you go.
How's it going, Dave?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah, I like your new apartment. You moved in.
I moved to space.
I like it.
Yeah, I could see Earth from the window.
Wish I could move to space. Don't really bother me.
What's up, Howie? Thanks for tuning in. You can share this, make it a watch party if you guys are on Facebook.
Where's the Brooklyn crew? Come on, where are they?
Yeah,
Where are
where's
these
the
guys?
Brooklyn crew? Come on now.
I thought you put it out to everybody.
This thing is going worldwide right now. You and 2 other people are listening. But I just want to tell you, if you guys need to hear some good mixed music, right? We got my man DJ Chaz on here watching. Tune into DJ Chaz. He plays almost every day, you know, for those classic disco sounds, freestyle, and other music. DJ Chaz. Say what? Brooklyn's own DJ Chaz in the house. He'll play some music so you can get in your living room and dance with your family. It's all good. What's up, Jeff? Share, comment, all that good stuff. Whoa. So what's going on, Dave?
Same.
What's new? Same stuff?
Same stuff. Seems like the same day every day.
Yeah, right? It's like Groundhog Day, right?
Yeah, at least you got out today. I saw your video. You were out there.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta get out. Sup, Jeff? Anyway. Yeah, so if you guys want to join, we're live on Zoom as well as Facebook. You can join, and the ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 1988. Here we go. There it is on the bottom of your screen on Facebook land. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Nice to see you on here. It's all good.
I gotta go downstairs to my man cave. I'm getting kicked out of my apartment.
Oh, no.
My wife is coming.
All right, you do what you got to do.
Go downstairs. It's more fun down here anyway. Hold on.
You don't have to get bothered by the family, right? Hi, Beth. Thanks for joining on Facebook.
Need sneakers. Hold on. The whole process down here. The man cave. Oh, Mike, you like the Yankees, right?
I like the Yankees, the Mets. You know, everybody says pick a team. I'm like, it's baseball. I love baseball, so that's very nice. You got the helmets. Yeah. Whose bat is that?
Not bad, right?
Whose bat?
Oh, I got got that for my son when he was born. One of my cousins lives in Kentucky. He got that for him.
Oh, nice. That's official.
I got all my Rangers. Here's all of my Ranger stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely
not bad.
Single hockey fan. That's Rangers and Giants. But baseball, I watch both the Yankees and Mets. Sorry, guys. Everyone that knows me knows that. They're like, pick a team.
You're not going to watch any baseball this year.
Probably not. And it looks like J-Lo and A-Rod want to buy the Mets.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out. What's up, Patricia? Thank you for joining on Facebook.
Come on, get everybody on Zoom. It's better.
I wish. They don't want to listen to the instructions. I don't know. If you want to join us on Zoom, it's Zoom ID 998-063-6285, password 1988. A lot of people are just tired of Zoom because they're at work on Zoom all day, and they're like, oh, I got to go on this again. I don't want to do that again, but, you know, whatever. As long as they're watching. I wanted to bring up a topic. Actually, Keith and I were talking about, like, guilty pleasure movies and stuff like that. And, like, there's also, like, songs from, like, guilty pleasure movies. So I'm going to bring this up for a second here. You guys on Zoom probably won't see this. But I found something. Ranker Watchworthy, the greatest guilty pleasure movies. So if you're out there and you're watching on Facebook and you guys on Zoom, just let us know what What are your guilty pleasure movies? If you're on Facebook, just type it in the comments. And then we'll see what Ranker says, what guilty pleasure movies that they have. And I'll let you know my thoughts on that as well. So, Keith, I'm going to start with you since you're on Zoom.
What was I watching the other day when I talked to you about the topic?
So, tell me that guilty pleasure movie.
And it was so bad because it's the sequel, if you want to call it a sequel, to my favorite film of all time, Saturday Night Fever, which was Staying Alive, which was directed by Stallone. And it's just so bad, but it's watchable. Bad.
It's watchable.
But it's funny. When I went on IMDb about facts and stuff, I remember that issue. I think it was in 2006 or whatever. Entertainment Weekly did the worst sequels ever made, and Staying Alive came in at number 1 out of 100.
It like has almost nothing to do with the first movie except the character Tony, and that he goes back to Brooklyn to see his mom. But other than that, it's like an independent movie. It's like something that's not even related.
Yeah, you find out on the site that the father was supposed to be in the movie, but they cut the scenes out. That he just left the mother, and then what's her name was supposed to show up at the Broadway show, Annette.
So what happened? Did the wife eat more than one pork chop and then he just left because of the pork chops, or what happened?
I don't know.
There's no other backstory.
I don't know. And then Stallone realizes later on that the film really wasn't good, and he could have fixed a lot with it, but it was a little too late. But it did well at the box office. It was one of the most successful.
People were curious to see what happened to Tony.
Yeah, and it just was horrible. But you still stop and watch it, and you're like, God, this acting is so bad, because he tries to hide the Brooklyn accent, and he's trying to think I'm in the city now. And it's just so bad. And you knew when I told you what I was watching. You guessed it right away. I said, Mike, guess what I'll watch? So, yeah, that's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, but what about the music from that movie?
Well, no, I mean...
What do you think of that?
Okay, well, Stallone was looking out for the brother, Frank Stallone. And Far From Home is actually a good song. It actually got a lot of accolades.
Define good.
It actually got nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Song for a Film. It didn't win, but it got nominated. But the Bee Gees tried to recreate that magic, and the songs are just... If you can name one Bee Gees song from Staying Alive, you can't.
Staying Alive at the very end of the movie.
I mean, new ones.
All right, so we're talking about guilty pleasure movies. Hey, Steven, thanks for joining on Facebook. What are your guilty pleasure movies that you watch? Hey, David, your brother's here. Barry, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for joining. We're talking about guilty pleasure movies.
I'm gonna go on Zoom.
Barry, if you want to join us on Zoom, the Zoom ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 1988. You could join us in the conversation, and if you're on Facebook, you could comment, like, share, make it a watch party, whatever. Just trying to put this out there.
I'll come on Zoom, my brother.
Yeah, I just said it, but again, we're talking about guilty pleasure movies, and not just about guilty pleasure movies, but maybe as well as guilty pleasure movies, soundtracks of movies. Like even though like some movies sucked, maybe the soundtrack was good. So if you want to participate, you could put that in your comments on Facebook or join us live on Zoom.
I'll give you a great soundtrack of a very bad movie.
All right, let's go.
Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero, really?
The soundtrack is very good.
That movie got a bad rap. I'll tell you why. I don't think a lot of people really understood what that movie was really about. It looked like it was about what it was about, but it was really, you had to read in between the lines to really figure it out. And some people were like, that movie is very underrated. It was just making fun of itself, that genre of action films, and it was breaking the fourth wall a lot. I mean, it was,
nearly
I think, a
destroyed-
little bit underrated, that movie.
Yeah, but it destroyed Schwarzenegger's career for a while. He redeemed himself with True Lies. That
Yeah,
was his
True
comeback.
Lies was a good film.
That was his comeback because Last Action Hero hurt him for a couple of years.
That's true.
Yeah, but the soundtrack is really good. You got AC/DC, you got metal, some metal groups. This is a good mix of different rock groups. The soundtrack is really good. I remember picking it up, but it was just the movie was just like ugh.
Another good example of a guilty pleasure movie. Well, it's not. It was really a bad movie, but the soundtrack was actually really good, and that was Graffiti Bridge, Prince's like sequel to Purple Rain. You just couldn't repeat the success of Purple Rain. The film itself was just not very good, but the soundtrack was really good. If you really listen to that soundtrack, it was a good soundtrack. Again, we're talking about guilty pleasure movies, and then movies that were horrible but had very good soundtracks. So if you want to put your 2 cents in on Facebook, you could do that. Or you could join us live on Zoom, so you could be like a guest and be seen and heard. You could join us on Zoom ID 998-063-6285, password 1988. Just follow the instructions right here, the ID and the password. What's
Mike,
up,
did you look
Armando?
Mike, did you look at the list of guilty pleasure movies?
Yes, I have a list. I'll show you that, guys. See, you guys on Zoom might not be able to see it, so if you have...
I went online and said it.
All right, so
So I got to go on Facebook Live to see it.
yeah, it takes a moment for you guys to see it. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. I'll wait till you guys get...
Mike, what's yours?
What's my guilty pleasure movie? That's a really hard one. I got a few of them.
Grease is on the list.
Well,
What Grease 2?
Grease is number 6 on the
let's
list.
see what this list says. All right.
I'm surprised. Grease 2 I could understand because Grease 2 is a very bad sequel, but some people like it better than the first one. Which I don't
Okay.
get. It's horrible.
So what do we got here? Let's wait till it catches up on Facebook. All right. All right, on this list, guilty pleasure movies. Now, I don't know if this is in any particular order. I think this is the top one. Independence Day.
Yeah, it's on there.
The original Ghostbusters.
As a guilty pleasure?
Yeah. Point Break. These were good movies.
I was gonna say these are good movies.
All right, this one makes sense. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's definitely a guilty pleasure movie.
Well, it was
That
a
was
good movie. That was a good
Still
movie.
good. Then we got, let's see, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, The Lost Boys, Grease.
I don't understand how Grease is a guilty pleasure. That's just a good movie.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Do these people even know what the meaning of guilty pleasure movie is? It's usually a movie that kind of sucks, but you like watching it anyway.
Yeah.
So we
Like
got
Dumb and
Mrs. Doubtfire too. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Starship Troopers. Okay, that one makes a little bit more sense in this category. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This is not. I think they don't have the true definition of guilty pleasure.
Home Alone. Top Gun. Armageddon. Dirty Dancing. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Roadhouse. Karate
Do I
Kid.
I see Top Gun there. Oh boy.
Top Gun's on there.
Yeah, your boy Danny ain't gonna like that. What's up, Adam? What's up, Armando? Eric? Barry's like, this list sucks. Hey, I didn't make the list, Barry.
I'm gonna go on Zoom. My brother doesn't know anything about movies.
But he sure knows about video games, that's for sure. Let's see, Ace Ventura, Con Air, Gremlins. These are all good movies. This list, Barry, you're right, this list sucks.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, that's a great movie.
All right, let's see what this says. All right, hold on a second.
How about bad sequels? How about
8 guilty pleasure movie music soundtracks. Hey now. Let's see. Guilty. I don't think these people know what guilty pleasure means.
No.
Sound of Music. Dirty Dancing.
They don't have the right. It's not the right definition.
The Wizard of Oz. Titanic. Grease. No. These are all like. These must be millennials that made this list or something. I don't know.
Movies. Dumb and Dumber should be on there.
Dumb and Dumber is a guilty pleasure movie. So is I think one of my biggest guilty pleasure movies. All right, Keith, you're gonna know this one. Kingpin.
Oh, Kingpin. That was
Kingpin. That was.
Wait, but Kingpin's a funny movie.
It's a funny movie.
That's classic.
Bill Murray with his comb over flying in the wind.
I'll give one to you. Cocktail.
Cocktail.
Good movie.
Another good soundtrack too. Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Kokomo on that?
Yeah, Beach Boys.
That was a
Kokomo.
Beach Boys
That was
song.
like that was a big hit. Yeah. And that like I don't know. I like the movie. You know.
Let's see, best soundtracks. By the way, this browser thing is a new feature if you're watching on Facebook. Hey, Dawn. Nice to see you here on Facebook. Thanks for joining the podcast. Last night was real fun. Again, we had one of these like Canarsie High School 1988 class reunions, get-togethers. We were on there for like 3 hours. It was a blast.
On Zoom? You on Zoom?
What's up, Jamie? What was that?
You were on Zoom last night with those guys?
Yeah.
I miss you guys.
I think you were on the list.
Oh no, I missed it. I was, but I didn't. I was on with these other guys like from Albany. All my friends that went to Albany.
Nice.
They had like 20 people on there. It's fun.
Yeah, let me see what this list says. Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I'll give one that Danny Montanus will throw out. Last Dragon.
You know what? That was a good soundtrack.
I know it was a good soundtrack too.
Crush Groove. That was a great soundtrack.
Yes, it was.
Crush Groove. I don't know. My browser's a little slow today. I don't know. This is a list from Rolling Stone.
No, that's a
Head.
Roxbury. Had all that club music.
Night at the Roxbury, yeah. That's also like a guilty pleasure movie.
I saw that the night it came out because I had.
And Barry says on Facebook, Judgment Night was a dope soundtrack.
Judgment Night.
Judgment Night.
Oh.
All right, so those of you that are on Facebook but want to join us on Zoom, the ID is 998-063-6285. Password is 1988. Join the conversation. Get involved. What's up, Dan? Thanks for joining on Facebook. But if you want to join on Zoom and be a live guest with us, or anybody else out there that wants to be a live guest, once again, the Zoom ID is 998-063-6285. And the password is 1988. You'll see that scrolling right here on the screen on Facebook. I thought about getting a weather map again, It's sunny and
You need a green screen.
I have a green screen. That's how I'm able to do this. But I need a little bit better lighting. This is low budget. And then I have like these. I had to crop myself. Otherwise, you'd see the rest of the room and then a little portion of the green screen.
Mike, you got a very 2001 backdrop.
A very 2000. Well, on Zoom I do. On Facebook, they're seeing the Star Trek Enterprise, the bridge.
Yeah.
And I put this up for Greg Murphy, but I don't see him here today. I don't know. He's gonna just have to watch the repeat.
That would be cool if Zoom let you do like backgrounds. Well, you can't change the background, right?
You
Zoom?
can. It depends on your computer and if you have a green screen. Barry has a professional setup. He's been doing shows for a few years. I gotta check that out, Barry.
Tell me, get on here.
Yeah, get on
Come on.
Zoom, Barry. Come on now.
Mike, how come your backdrop is flashing?
That's because I need more light, better lighting.
Oh, okay.
I have an overhead light, I have a light in front of me, and then I have this little light behind me just to fill the bottom part of the screen. But I need actually like 2 other lights that are powerful. But money's a little tight right now, so we're waiting on that. This is only like, what, my 6th podcast, maybe? 5th to 6th? So Barry, if you're curious, I'm working on OBS here. OBS Studio. All right, so let's look at this list. This is Rolling Stone's The 25 Greatest Soundtracks of All Time. Number 25, Head by the Monkees.
Danny likes your Star Trek theme.
Yeah, I can read. Thanks. Yeah, I got Facebook open as well.
Oh.
Number 24 on the Rolling Stone Top 25 Movie Soundtracks. Rock and Roll High School, The Ramones. 23, Juice.
Juice is
That's an underrated film too. That was Tupac was in that.
That was a good soundtrack.
22, Lost in Translation, Bill Murray movie.
He was very good in that.
21, 24-hour Party People. Number 20, I'm surprised this is not higher on the list. Singles. Very good soundtrack.
Singles was a very good soundtrack.
Number 19, Magical Mystery Tour. It was a TV movie in England.
It was horrible.
The movie sucked. Another example of a movie sucking, but the soundtrack being great. It's the Beatles.
Every track on the soundtrack is awesome.
Hey, Sarah, thanks for joining on Facebook. The conversation right now is top 25 movie soundtracks according to Rolling Stone. Number 18, Boogie Nights. Very good soundtrack.
I was going to mention Boogie Nights earlier.
Good movie.
Kenny's got the original Magical Mystery Tour album.
Number 17.
Yeah.
On the 25 best movie soundtracks, American Graffiti. Number 16, The Graduate.
Well, basically,
Mrs. Robinson, right? That was the big song from that movie.
Oh, no.
Are you trying to seduce me?
No, Scarborough Fair.
That too.
Yeah.
15, Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. I mean, it's a good soundtrack, but I won't say it's, top 20.
Number 14, Easy Rider. Number 13 of the top 25 best movie soundtracks, Train Spotting. Wow, a lot of ads on this. Number 12, Wild Style. That's some bebop stuff, some hip-hop, early hip-hop. Wild Style. I thought this one would be lower on the list, too. Number 11, Pretty in Pink. Very good soundtrack. Number 10, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Number 9, this one, I'm surprised it's at number 9 and not at number 11. This is Spinal Tap. Big Bottom. That's a funny song. Number 8, Rushmore. Another very good movie with a very good soundtrack. Number 7, Pulp Fiction. We're going over the top 25 greatest soundtracks according to Rolling Stone. If you want to put your 2 cents in on Facebook, make a comment. Also, if you want, you could share this, make it a watch party, like it, all that good stuff. Also, if you want to be on Zoom with us as a live guest, you could go on Zoom ID 998-063-6285, password 1988. You could join us live on Zoom. I have 2 guests already on Zoom. All right, next one. Number 6. Come on. Superfly. Curtis Mayfield.
I actually just
I'm your
listened to that
pusher
on
man.
Mike, I just listened to that on Spotify. The entire soundtrack. That was a great soundtrack by Curtis Mayfield. The entire soundtrack is awesome.
Number 5. You knew this would be, close to 1. I'm surprised it's not 1, but number 5, Saturday Night Fever. Of course, you cannot have a movie music soundtrack list without this album on there.
Why is it not number 1?
Because it's not. I don't know. We'll find out soon. Number 4, The Beatles, Hard Day's Night. Just as an album alone, it's amazing. Number 3, The Harder They Come. Wow.
The Harder They Come?
The Harder They Come. It's reggae.
Oh. I don't know who comprised this list.
Rolling Stone, top 25.
I don't know.
Number 2, Purple Rain. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And the number 1
I'm going to guess.
soundtrack album is Help by the Beatles.
Wow.
So that's the top 25 greatest soundtracks, according to Rolling Stone.
I'm surprised that they had no Grease in there.
Yeah, that is surprising. No Grease.
How do you not have Grease? Grease was one of the biggest selling soundtracks and most successful and everything, and just people love it of all time.
That's true.
Even The Bodyguard wasn't in there, and The Bodyguard was
The Bodyguard had a pretty good soundtrack.
The Bodyguard was the one that knocked out Saturday Night Fever for a number of years out of the number 1 sales.
And just that one song put it over the top. Really, it was just that one song, and it was a Dolly Parton song, and she made a shitload of money on that one.
Yeah.
Again, if you're watching on Facebook and you want to join the conversation live on Zoom, the Zoom ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 1988.
And it was sung in 2 movies, Mike.
What was the other movie?
Well, when Dolly Parton sang it, she sang it in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
That's right, with Burt Reynolds, right?
That's why she couldn't get nominated for an Academy Award for the song, because it was already used before.
But was she nominated?
Oh, the first time around?
Yeah.
I don't. I would have to look back and see.
All right.
But she sang it in the movie, Dolly, and she sings it in the movie. It's really good also. That's a good movie too.
So Danny, Barry, if you guys are still listening on Facebook, you guys should jump on Zoom, really, seriously. Or anybody else for that matter.
Dave put the Last Dragon soundtrack in there.
Hey, Dave just dropped off. What's going on? All right. Let's see. What else could we talk about? Oh, Dave's coming back. All right, great. Let's look at more guilty pleasure movies. Let's see. Let's try another list. 25 shameful movies. That sounds more like it. Let's see.
I can tell you what number 1 should be. Caddyshack 2.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Horrible.
Killer Tomatoes. I don't know. Plan 9. I don't know.
Oh,
Garbage Pail.
That one.
Garbage
that
Pail Kids.
The one that Travolta did that was so bad. That sci-fi movie.
All right.
Remember that one?
On Facebook, Adam says he'll be diplomatic and say honorable mentions: The Crow, excellent soundtrack; Reality Bites, Footloose, Top Gun. You're right, Adam. Those were not on the list, and they should have been on the list. But again, we're talking about Rolling Stone, so we know how that works. That's politics right there. But yeah, Adam, you're right. Those movies had very good soundtracks with a lot of hits on them. All right, so guilty pleasure movies. Anaconda. This looks like more like the list we want to look at. Let me actually put this up so the folks on Facebook could see it. All right. So what do we got here? Got Anaconda. These are guilty pleasure movies. That's the topic for today. Last Action Hero, which we already mentioned. Dark Star. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Bad Boys 2. Guilty pleasure movies. Invasion USA. Number 20.
Chuck Norris at his best.
Chuck Norris. There's a bear, a tank, and the Death Star. Who wins? Chuck Norris. Flash Gordon. Yeah, that's. Yeah, this is a better list. Definitely.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon, guilty pleasure movie.
But I had a good soundtrack. Well, one song at least.
Hey, you know what the best thing about Flash Gordon is? The movie Ted. It's the best. Escape to Victory, a.k.a. Victory. Ew.
Yo, Victory was a good movie. Pele was in that and Michael Caine.
Plan 9 was the Ed movie, by the way. Sorry, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
I mixed them up. The Z movie maker.
The worst movie ever made.
Johnny Depp played. Dark Star was, I think, one of John Carpenter's first, according to Adam. Thank you, Adam. I know you know your movies. Victory. Yep. Jaws 3D. Oh my God, yeah.
No, I give you one worse. Jaws: The Revenge.
It might be on this list. I see your background, Dave. Where'd you get that background? Dave, you're muted.
I'm back. All right. You like the back?
Yeah. Nice. All right,
I went to
16.
my setting. Maybe it'll change it.
Nice. 16. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze.
That wasn't the one with
Vanilla Ice. I think
No,
it
I
is.
think
Is it?
No, I think he was in the first one.
I'm not really sure.
Ninja rap. Go Ninja, go Ninja. let's just we're performing on stage and let's just have the Ninja Turtles, interrupt
That's right. Adam makes a very good point. Flash Gordon also had a very good soundtrack. We all know who did the soundtrack, right? Queen. That's right. So you can't go wrong with that.
I said it had a good soundtrack.
I saw that at the Canarsie Movie Theater.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I probably saw it there too. Roadhouse. That is definitely a guilty pleasure movie. That's for sure. Patrick Swayze. God rest his soul. Of course, Grease 2. The song. Enough said. That first song.
Grease 2 is just there's the opening song to Grease 2 is good.
Right, the
But
first
that's about
song,
it.
yeah.
That's about it. They got to go back to school again or get back to.
Yeah.
That's a good song, but otherwise. Well, you said you only saw Grease 2 once.
Once or twice. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's bad.
Let's see, what was this? Wait, I just went too fast. The Beastmaster, number 12.
No,
Guilty
Mark
pleasure
Singer.
movies.
Mark Singer, the Beastmaster.
Mannequin, number 11. Guilty pleasure
Yeah,
movies.
That is a guilty pleasure, I'll admit. Yeah.
Teen Wolf.
Is Caddyshack on?
Caddyshack's a great movie. Caddyshack 2 is horrible.
Yeah, oh yeah. All the sequels are horrible.
All right, Sig, let's see what else we got here.
I remember going to see Caddyshack 2, and I'm like, why did I
Oh,
just waste
here you
an
go.
hour and a half?
Here you go. Waterworld. Yeah, I'll never gain those 3.5 hours back after watching this.
And all that money that Costner spent on that film. It was one of the most expensive films ever made.
All right, this browser's working very slow today. Number 7, Snakes on a Plane. Wait, did I just skip like a whole bunch? No, I skipped 8. All right, let's try to get control of this. Uncle Jerry, nice to see you on Facebook. Number 8, Tango and Cash. That's a good guilty pleasure movie.
Dude, they were good together. They were good together, him and Kurt Russell. Stallone and Kurt Russell. And Jack Palance is the villain.
Jack Palance. Remember when he did all those push-ups on stage at the Grammys? Not the Grammys.
No, the Oscars.
The Oscars,
when he won the Academy Award for City Slickers.
Number 7, Snakes on a Plane. Get those bleep 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 off the
Kid
plane. Number 6, Masters of the Universe.
Oh God, let me tell you something.
Dolph Lundgren.
I saw that in the theaters, Mike, thinking it was going to be good because I was such a huge fan of the toys and of course and then when I went to see that, I'm like, this is horrible. I mean, what the hell was Frank Langella thinking?
Who knows?
Underneath
He
that
was
makeup
thinking,
of Skeletor.
Let me make some money right here. Wild Things. Yep. That was in the 90s, right? Wild Things.
Yeah, but there's that
Guilty
good scene
pleasure.
in Wild Things.
Yeah, there's that one scene, but there might be children watching, so
Good show.
Jason X, number 4.
Oh, that was bad. That was in. Was that the one where he's in outer space? I think he's in outer space.
Let's scroll back up. Let's see. Sci-fi horror. Yeah. You like this chill music in the background?
Oh, I didn't even hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really low. House of the Dead, number 3. Never even heard of that one. Showgirls, number 2.
About
Definitely a guilty pleasure movie.
Huh?
Showgirls.
I
Hey.
love that movie.
Hey, you know what? You know what was good about Showgirls?
Elizabeth Berkley.
Besides that, I got another one for you. Gina Gershon.
Yeah, Gina Gershon, yeah.
Showgirls introduced Gina Gershon to the world. That's all I gotta say.
Come on.
What was that, Dave? And number 1, guilty pleasure movie, Deep
Huh?
Blue Sea. Dave, you're
No,
breaking
what
up.
about, hold on. I know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, your audio's
Give
crackling
me a
up.
second. I gotta think of this movie.
While Dave's thinking of this
Hold
movie,
on 1 second.
if you guys want to join Zoom, Zoom
like his
ID
back-
998-063-6285, password 1988.
I like his backdrop, Mike.
Yeah, it's cool. Let's see what Adam has to say. Wild Things, great movie. No. By the way, I am getting tired of these MF snakes on this MF plane. All right, so I got it wrong. I ain't perfect.
Oh, that was
Well,
another
Blues
bad
Brothers.
pleasure. Mike, that's another bad Travolta guilty pleasure movie.
Which one?
Where you just said it perfect.
Oh, perfect. Oh my God. What was he thinking? The only thing good about that movie was Jamie Lee Curtis in tight clothes, I guess.
Mike,
I
what
don't
was
know.
his name in that movie?
Robert Lawrence.
No, it wasn't. No, wasn't it? No, it was Adam Lawrence.
Adam Lawrence. Yeah, Adam Lawrence. Right. Why am I thinking Robert Lawrence?
No, but that was so bad. Perfect. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I don't want to see John Travolta gyrate like that on
In an
on a
aerobics class.
70-foot movie screen. Sorry.
I'm a Rolling Stones reporter. I'm doing a thing about aerobics. I can't. So bad.
Oh man.
Hold on, I'm gonna go upstairs. I might get better reception.
Yeah, you're like frozen, Dave.
Oh look, Danny's just said.
Dan, you
hold
came
on.
in late. We started the conversation with staying alive. That's the first thing me and Keith started this conversation about. Bad movie, okay soundtrack, but it was like Staying Alive had like nothing to do with Saturday Night Fever. It was like
Hey, Mike.
its own
Mike,
separate movie.
Can I tell the story about?
Hold on, I'll be back.
Mike? Can I mention the Frank Stallone story?
So you know you could change your background in Zoom. Look,
Dave, I muted you.
Hey, Mike.
I'm back.
All right.
Mike, can I mention the Frank Stallone story?
Tell the Frank Stallone story.
So, I'm at a Chiller Theater years ago with a friend of ours.
Adam is actually on here on Facebook.
Oh,
You
he
can
is?
say his name. It's okay. It won't kill you.
It was with Adam, and we were talking to Martin Cove, and we got Danny Montanez to get on the phone with Martin Cove. Martin Cove was Kreese from Karate Kid, very cool guy. So right next to the table, right next to Martin Cove is Frank Stallone. So we both look at each other and we're like, "Oh shoot!" I said, "Look, it's Frank Stallone." So Adam turns and says, "So."
That's funny.
It's like, oh man, and just that was classic, you know.
Yeah, Adam also says Navy SEALs, one of the best guilty pleasure movies, when Charlie Sheen was normal. Hi Esther, thanks for joining us on the podcast. If you want to join on Zoom, if anybody wants to join on Zoom, the Zoom ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 1988. Oh man. Adam also says Red Dawn, sort of a guilty pleasure. And Charlie Sheen and Jennifer Grey were in that movie, and Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey were in that movie, and they despised each other. And they had to work on Dirty Dancing together, and they still weren't too fond of each other.
And
they were pretty good actors to pull that movie off, because it seemed like they had chemistry.
And didn't Dirty Dancing have a Staying Alive connection?
Cynthia Rhodes was in that movie, and she was in Staying Alive. But she was almost unrecognizable because she grew her hair out. She looked like she got thinner. So it was like, wait a minute. Where do I know this woman from? That name sounds familiar.
She was also in Runaway with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons.
Runaway, yeah. True. Again, if anybody wants to join us live on Zoom, right? You could just look at this number on Facebook, Zoom ID 998-063-6285, password 1988. It's
Hey,
pretty
Mike,
easy.
I'm back. You got me?
I got you, Dave.
All right. What
No
about
matter
Coyote?
where I roam, Brooklyn, what does it say on the bottom? Brooklyn will be my home? Nice.
Yep.
You know the
What
old
about-
saying, you could take the boy out of Brooklyn, but you can't take the Brooklyn out of the boy.
That's right.
Or the girl, or whatever you are.
What about
Whatever
Coyote
you
Ugly?
identify with. I identify as being rich. No.
Where'd everybody go?
I don't know. Where did everybody go? What do we got? 3 listeners? I don't know.
The hell's
3
going on?
viewers? I don't know, but when
Mike.
usually when I check the stats later, I'm usually looking at like 5 people on Facebook Live. But people like
Yeah, but-
pop in, they go out, and then I'm looking, I'm like, oh wow, I had 65 viewers. Who knew?
You can't go anywhere. Everybody's home now.
Everybody's home. I mean, I had to change the time today. I didn't want to have to rush to do this. I have to make a decision whether I want to keep it at 3:30 or 7 o'clock. I'm not really sure yet. Dave, you're fading into your background when you move.
I know.
You're a ghost.
All right, now I'm good. I was about Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly. Yeah, that's definitely a guilty pleasure movie.
Always watch that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else is a good guilty pleasure. I like Something About Mary. A lot of people don't like it.
That was good.
I like watching that movie. I think it's hysterical. You know, like my wife, she doesn't get that. She doesn't like those guy movies. She no. Like Dumb and Dumber, she's like, no, you could just watch that. I'm not gonna.
You have to watch it.
So yeah, I'm trying to think of what other movies are guilty pleasure movies. We covered a lot of them. A lot of them have been covered. Maybe we could talk about like movies that were like underrated
Mike, they
as
call
well.
me Bruce.
What?
They call me Bruce.
They call me Bruce.
Classic. He just
That
died
is a guilty
recently.
pleasure movie for sure.
And he just died, and I own the movie, and he just died recently, Johnny Yoon.
Oh man.
That was classic.
Dan says the guy that was in Coyote Ugly played Tony on Saturday Night Fever on Broadway.
Oh,
Yeah, Dan. Thanks for playing that soundtrack in your car every time we got in. Dan.
Wait, the guy that was in Coyote Ugly?
Yeah, the guy who played Tony. Oh wait, on Saturday Night Fever on Broadway was a guy in Coyote Ugly. I don't know what guy in Coyote Ugly. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, so.
I actually own it. That's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, you just like the girls dancing on the bar. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's
let
good.
me go. Let me check my movie
No,
collection.
that was Rocky.
I probably own
No,
one
what was
guilty
Rocky,
pleasure.
Dan? Dan, join us on Zoom. Come on already.
Let me see what I got on my guilty pleasures.
And now we're gonna get dizzy looking at all your movies. Keith has quite a movie collection. It's like a whole wall. Movies.
Yeah, check
It's
it
like,
out. You wanna
dude,
show it?
there's something called streaming. You don't
See,
need to
Mike,
have all
show
these
the
movies.
wall. Show the wall.
Show the wall. All in all is another brick in the wall. Hold on. There's your wall. Look at that.
a
All
lot of
those
movies.
movies. How many movies? You ever count?
Nah.
Dan, you
Gotta
still
be a
got
lot.
that CD in the car? Really? Dan, and you used to play that motivational guy who sounded almost like Vin Diesel. Rocky on Broadway. Yeah, you played that one to death, too.
Hey, the guy that played Rocky on Broadway was on Good Day New York yesterday.
What's his name?
Oh, Danny knows. He'll mention it.
Yeah,
No, Andy
Dan.
Call.
What's the
Andy
guy's
Call.
name?
Andy Call.
Andy Carl.
He was also the Richard Gere part on when he did Pretty Woman the musical.
Oh.
I'm trying to think what else is a guilty pleasure.
It's a lot.
Yentl.
Yentl.
Wait, you know what?
Yentl.
Speaking of movies that weren't so good, but actually, if you like that kind of music, that soundtrack, my mother used to play it all the time. Yentl actually had Mandy Patinkin was in there, and he sings. And it was actually, it was actually a good soundtrack. If you like that kind of music.
Papa, can you hear me?
And maybe if you're a Jew like me, you know?
Mike, you watching any good series on Netflix?
I watched that tiger thing. Oh, my camera got out of focus.
Mike, I got one for you. And I own the movie. The toy.
Oh, my God. I used to watch that movie all the time.
And I own it.
You
Oh,
son
what
of
about-
a bitch.
See if you can.
Master Bates.
There you go, Mike. Right up. There you go.
Master Bates.
Proof that I own it.
And the kid in that movie, was the kid
He ended up becoming a porn star.
No. Besides that, he was the kid that stuck his tongue to the frozen pole in A Christmas Story. Same kid. Master Bates.
What about Big?
Oh, Big
Was a good movie.
Big's a great. That's my favorite.
However, Splash was more of a guilty pleasure than Big.
No, Splash was a huge hit.
Or what about Supergirl, the movie?
Oh, that was bad. Oh my God, that was bad. You throw in big names like Peter O'Toole and Faye Dunaway, and don't forget Brenda Vaccaro. You know. Oh, I got one for you. Guilty pleasure. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
That was enjoyable.
Mike, I got one for you. Breakfast Club.
No, that was a great movie.
That's a great
What?
movie.
It's not a guilty pleasure. That guilty pleasure is
That's a
more
good
of something that's not such a great movie, but you love to watch it every time it's on anyway.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Breakfast Club is just a great movie. Most of the John Hughes films, great movies. I own most of them. Not most of them, but a lot of them. And he wrote a lot of movies too, like Home Alone. That was a good movie. He did a lot of films. Yeah, he made all those great 80s films. We were lucky to grow up in that era, in the 80s, to see all those great films. Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Yeah, that was a
16
good movie.
Candles, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club. Great movies. Great soundtracks, too. It introduced a lot of people to new wave music.
Mike, the Rookie.
The Rookie. Oh, my God.
Okay, wait.
That was the one with Charlie Sheen and Eastwood.
Danny's saying The Wedding Singer. Danny,
If
The
you want
Wedding
Charlie
Singer
Sheen,
was a
you gotta
great
go-
movie.
And you gotta go Major League.
The
Major
Wedding-
League was a good movie.
Well, it wasn't that good.
Serrano.
It spawned 2 sequels,
Yeah, well.
and the sequel, Wesley Snipes got too big, so he didn't reprise his role. They brought in Omar Epps
Omar Epps, yeah.
to play his character.
You remember the guy who played Serrano?
Yeah,
The voodoo guy or whatever? He was
that's what's his name.
he was the guy on the TV show 24, and he does all those Allstate commercials. Every
Oh,
time
yeah.
I see him on the commercial, I'm like, it's Serrano. My wife's like, who is that? What are you talking about? And Danny's like, oh, The Wedding Singer. And I'm like, The Wedding Singer? That's a great
What
movie
wedding?
with a
Oh,
great
here we go, Mike.
soundtrack.
Here we go. Waterboy. Waterboy. I own it. I'll stop and watch it.
Waterboy.
I don't care.
Vicky Valancourt is the devil. Foosballs for the devil.
Dude, the Waterboy's classic.
Animal
Billy
House.
Madison, all the Sandler movies.
Yeah, Billy Madison's a guilty pleasure.
What to touch the hiney, touch the hiney.
Yeah.
Zohan,
But see, Zohan's
That's
good,
funny.
but then it goes on too long.
that's a guilty pleasure movie, Zohan. What's another one?
Oh, Danny wrote Andy Call. I just saw it.
Yeah. Oh, what's that movie with David Spade with the really long mullet in the back?
Oh, is that when he had the fish tank? The big fish tank in the movie?
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. Yeah, that's a guilty. That's a sucky movie though, but
I think that even spawned a sequel.
did it really?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Speaking of David Spade and Adam Sandler, Grown Ups.
Grown Ups, yeah.
Ups.
Hey Nancy, thanks for joining on Facebook. Once again, if anybody wants to join me on Zoom, right here on Facebook, you could see it. Join me live on Zoom. ID 998-063-6285. Password 1988. Once again, that password's 1988. What's up, Dave?
Nobody wants to show their faces, I guess.
No, they're shy or they're sick of Zoom. Everybody's like, I'm sick of Zoom. I had my whole family on Zoom. I did a birthday on Zoom. I had strippers on Zoom. Wait a minute. No.
So Danny wrote Tough Turf.
Tough Turf? Where'd you get that one from? Tough Turf? Oh, wait. Here's a great movie. I guess you could say it's a guilty pleasure. The Warriors. Warriors. Come out and play.
Warriors is like a cult classic.
That's a cult classic, yeah.
That was a good movie.
I haven't watched that in like years. I gotta watch that from.
Now I'm gonna watch it.
Sometimes it's on TV and I'll catch like a little bit of it, but like I haven't watched like the whole thing from beginning to end in a long time. What's up, Nick? Thanks for joining us on Facebook.
Mike, who's the guy that claps the bottles at the end of the Warriors?
What was that?
The guy that claps the bottles, the Warriors come out and play.
I don't remember who.
That's the same guy that also.
Keith, I can barely hear you.
It's the same guy that gets his ass kicked by Schwarzenegger in Commando.
Oh. Okay.
Remember when I told you I'd kill you last? I lied.
I lied. Yeah.
This is my weak arm.
Hey, anyone out there in Facebook land, if you want to join us on Zoom, the more the merrier. Zoom ID 998-063-6285. Password is 1988. Feel free to join us. You could be part of the actual conversation. Don't worry, you and 2 other people are watching.
And whoever else hacked in on our Zoom.
Yeah, all the people from Mother Russia watching Zoom. Who's this guy on Star Trek Enterprise? Why he there? Watch, like, Desilu Productions are going to come after me and find me for having this in the background, right? Yeah, and I'm playing music in the background. That was actually, let me just give a shout out to the person that made all this music I'm playing very low in the background. This guy is a streamer, a gamer. His name is Harris Heller. He's like really big on YouTube for gamers and streamers. And he also creates music that won't get you in trouble, with the copyright. And he's like, hey, use my music. But I'm going to give him the plug, Harris Heller. Also known on Twitch and YouTube. On YouTube, it's Alpha Gaming. So I want to just give him a plug. I know he's not watching, but I just wanted to put it out there. So all this music, I won't get in trouble on Facebook if I bring up the volume. So there's no copyright infringement on his music with this. That's the way he set it up. Because he was tired of everybody getting their YouTubes or whatever kicked off because of the music. So he wanted to do something for the streaming community, and he had this music produced. So thanks to Harris Heller for the music in the background. No hassle. I'm gonna talk about that in a second too. Like on Facebook, the reason why I don't like to DJ on Facebook is because, like, let's say I throw up a Prince song, like instantaneously Warner Brother comes up and just like mutes your Facebook video. Warner Brothers, Sony, and UMG, Universal Music Group, they are like the worst. So like DJs are trying to like stream. There's so many of them, and they try to get around it by cutting the songs quickly or whatever. But it's still a real pain in the ass. So people are trying to see if they can find a way to actually DJ live without being affected. Until that happens, I'm not DJing live on Facebook. It's just
You
ridiculous.
can't have a YouTube channel?
Well, YouTube's a little bit different. The licensing is a little bit different, but even then, you can, get in trouble. But if YouTube, the algorithm, if they can hear what the song is, they'll actually list the songs. Like I did one podcast on YouTube, a live podcast on YouTube, and when I was done with it, like a day or so later, they listed all the songs I played in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was cool. They didn't kick me off, but
Right.
I also played it pretty low and I talked over it. That's another way to try to get around it, but like DJs don't want to constantly talk over the music. That disrupts the whole flow of the thing. And people are like, I don't want to hear this guy talking. I just want to hear the music. I want to just dance in my living room or whatever. But I don't like to DJ on a live stream. I'd rather just practice at home by myself. That's it. Oh, that's a famous picture. Empire State Building.
I'm changing my background.
What time is it? 8:06. Oh, look who finally joined us. Dan. Hey, Nick, if you're still on, your boy Dan is on Zoom now. Dan, you just have to unmute.
Joined us.
Dan, lower your Facebook volume all the way.
I shut it off.
There you go. You get a haircut?
No, it's still there.
Still the same?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, buy a clipper.
I bought one, but no one will cut my hair.
Mr. Greg Murphy, I got a surprise for you. Look at the background.
Greg?
Star Trek, it's the bridge. Star Trek's bridge, Greg. Just for you. I was waiting for you to join. See there?
Where's Greg?
He's on Facebook.
Oh. What's up, Greg?
Greg, we got like
Greg.
half a row on here. What's going on?
Greg, when you writing a book for all the cool videos that you do audio for? Definitely living the dream, man.
Dave, is that your background with all the noise going on back there?
Yeah, my wife's yelling at my son.
Oh, I'm sorry. It happens. Dan, keep that phone still. You're making everyone dizzy. They're gonna jump off. Then I'll only have 1.5 listeners, and you'll be one of them.
There we
Hold
go.
on.
Greg
All right,
says
fine.
I can't do Zoom. All right, Greg, no problem. You could just comment on Facebook. It's all good. Yeah, Greg was one of the lucky ones that stuck with the...
on Zoom now. Dan, you just have to unmute.
All right, somebody's got their audio up on Facebook that they have to either lower or shut.
I shut it. I lowered it.
All
It's
right,
weird.
good. Come on, you should know about that.
It's been a long time, my friend. Been a long time.
Yeah, so Greg's still in the business. He's doing...
I'm telling you, he's got to
Doing
write
all that
like a
sound.
memoirs book. I would love to
Let me tell you
get like
something.
a memoirs book of all his stuff, man. World Series in New York, New Year's Eve and all that stuff and everything.
I'm
Living
gonna
the
tell
dream,
you.
man.
I once worked a boom mic for an independent film many years ago, and holding your arms up like that for a long time, that is not easy work. And then you got to carry this whole thing, whatever recorder or audio mixer that you have on you, unless it's on the side. But if you're in the field, you got to put all that gear on you, and then you got to hold this boom mic up. The next day, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be sitting in a bath of ice. It's not easy, and to do that day in and day out. Now, Greg is in good shape. So good thing he was in good shape. Cause,
Yeah, back then he was pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
He was solid.
I don't know if you guys know, Greg and I actually worked on this little production show. Macy's had this little production show, and Greg got me in on that, and I did graphics for a while. But that didn't work out too good for me. I couldn't type fast enough for them. So, and I was like, I don't want to do graphics. I want to do audio. I don't want to do that. Give me cameras or audio. Greg's like, I'm still solid. Yeah. That's it. Greg, we remember going to the Salty Dog when you DJ'd. What was it, Friday nights? Let's see. I think it was Friday nights. Keith, do you remember?
Yeah, it was one. It was, I think it was Friday or Saturday. One of the, yeah. It's 20-something years ago.
I seem to remember Friday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Greg has to answer that. He'll know better than we will. He's the one that did it. And it was like a little fire truck, and he had the DJ equipment on there. What's up, Greg Cohen? Greg Cohen now is on Facebook. Greg, if you want to join us on Zoom, we're live, or anybody else out there. The Zoom ID is 998-063-6285, and the password is 181988. Greg says, at one point it was every night, but yes, mostly Friday and Saturday. Yeah, good times back then. Keith, remember you used to always go to watch football there?
Yeah.
Salty Dog?
Yeah.
That was a good place. Still open.
Yeah, it was
Still
good. They had
busy.
all the screens, and it was nice.
And the food was good too. You see wings
Yeah,
there.
Did they move? Did they move the location?
No, still the same
They're still
place.
there.
It's still there. It's still there.
Yeah, because I was there not long ago. I went to
Their food
Vesuvio.
was very good. Their food was very good. I remember, and
Greg said he was there from 1998 to 2003.
Yeah.
That's right, Greg. Still a good place. Just haven't been there in a while. I've been near there because we get food at the Indian place, which is like across, and then Vesuvio. Vesuvio you can order out and pick it up. It's good food.
I used to work not far from there. We used to order from there all the time.
Yeah.
When I was over at Owl's Head, the 5-minute drive away from Bay Ridge.
Yep. Bay Ridge still has good food and pretty good bars.
Bay Ridge sushi.
Yep. You got it.
Best sushi place.
Yeah, Greg said, yeah, Vesuvio is good. It's been around a long time. We actually went there for Christmas Eve. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. We took my mother-in-law. She came over and we...
No, what? Mike,
nice.
you were home Christmas Day because I came over, remember?
That's right. It was Christmas Eve then. Christmas Eve. That's right. You're right, Keith. That's correct.
There's a place in Bay Ridge called Pananticos that has like amazing sandwiches. It's pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, it's like a bakery.
Well, they got like cold cuts and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
right. It's on the
like
corner.
cold cut sandwiches, Italian cold cut sandwiches, really good.
It's on the corner, right, Dan? I think
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like around 92nd or something like that.
That is, I went there once. Yeah.
And try Leone's if you like that. Leone's on 15th Avenue.
15th Avenue. Yeah, in the 70s.
Sandwiches are really good. Can't wait till this is over. I gotta order that all the time, man.
Yeah, it sucks that you can't go to a lot of restaurants that you like to go sit in and eat at.
I'm telling you, these
I gotta
restaurants...
tell you, I think
gonna
I'm
be
in
very
pretty
busy.
good shape now because I, not that I've been exercising, but I've just been eating kind of right for like the last couple weeks, not eating out a lot. It's been even though I just finished half a pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
You ruined it.
Oh, I can't.
Just
Yeah.
keep it.
Oh, Keith, I can't help you. It's my
Here we go.
voice, you know?
Vesuvio.
Mike, it's my
There
voice.
you go.
It's my voice.
It's a good
It's
place.
my voice. That and cream puffs from BJ's.
Say that again?
Can you get some cream puffs from BJ's?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
And he did. You know, next time, watch when you want those black and whites. I'm gonna eat the whole I'm gonna eat the whole container back in the back.
Hey,
of the
black
car.
and whites are good cookies, all right? Yeah.
You
I
can't
buy
even
black-
get to
I buy
BJ's
black and
anymore.
white
The freaking line around the corner.
I buy black and white cookies, and then I get home. I'm like, why are they messing in the package?
Yeah, he was picking at him on the way home.
You remember that, Mike?
Yes, I
He
remember.
was-
Look at my black and white cookies. Don't
Took
mess
us-
with my black and white cookies.
It took us 3 hours to buy 15 minutes worth of food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we had to go.
What's
through every
up,
aisle.
Ro? Thanks for
While
tuning
I
in
was
on
the cart.
Facebook.
Remember, I was in the cart. I was driving the go kart, the one because
Yeah, because you busted your leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were shopping.
That was the best Seinfeld episode with the black and white cookie.
Dude, black and white cookies are the best.
Trust the cookie.
So what side do you have the black? Do you have the white side first, or do you have the black?
No, black.
I kind of go down the middle.
Chocolate's the better side.
The bakery that's by us, Mike, their black and whites are pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
People's
Like,
bakery.
we grew up in Canarsie. We had the best bakery.
Oh my God, we had the best food, period. Best Chinese,
Walmart.
best Italian food. And we had the sandwich called the veggie. You know what I'm talking
Oh.
about, Dave.
Annapolis.
Annapolis, the best chicken parm hero you could ever have in your life. I could still smell it and taste it.
The size of a whole Italian bread.
Yep.
It was the best. It was the best. Seriously.
People just
Yeah,
don't know.
veggies. You get those for $1.
So, Ro, what's going on? How you hanging in there on Facebook there? You doing all right? Man, we're coming near the end. Ro, you
Hey,
came
Mike,
on late.
Can you put the backgrounds on our screens?
No,
You
I
gotta
can't.
do it yourself.
I'm on 2 separate computers. You're on one computer on the Zoom, but I have that plugged into my main computer that I have the studio software.
I'm on the call. Oh, I'm on the call. Go. Bye. Out.
So, yeah, 2 separate
I gotta
computers.
run. I'm getting interrupted.
It's just too much to put it all on one computer. If I had like a more powerful computer, then I would put Zoom on that computer. I tried that once and it just didn't work out so great.
So how do I change the background on mine?
Okay.
You go into more on the right. You go to the settings. It says more.
Oh, meeting settings.
Yeah, it says more and stop. I'm getting beat up by my son, so I gotta go.
All right, Dave. Thanks for joining. We're getting out of here in about 12 minutes anyway.
I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right, Dave. Take care. Have a good one. Be safe out there.
All right, you too, guys.
I got to touch up my appearance. Always show meeting controls.
All right, you're on the phone app, right?
Closed caption.
Do you see something that says stop video right next to it? There's an arrow.
No.
Looks
Stop
different
video.
on the phone.
Yeah. I see. Stop video.
Next to it. No, you want to start it again, but there's an arrow next to it. It says choose virtual background. I don't know if that's how it looks on the phone.
No, I think I got an older version.
All right, well.
It says share content, participants, and then more has meeting settings. But what's touch up my appearance? Does that do anything different?
I don't know, but it ain't going to make you prettier.
I'm gonna need a lot more touch up.
Yeah, Greg's like, you need a green screen. Well, I have a green screen, but it also depends on, I guess, your device too. Because some devices don't need the green screen. It also depends on your lighting. That's why, like, on my Zoom, it's a little fuzzy. I need better lighting. I have an overhead light with 2 lights that just white LED light coming down. And then I have a little light behind me that's a Philips light that I control with my phone just to fill the bottom. But I don't have good enough lighting. That's why I look a little grainy on the Star Trek set over here. And my
I
camera
could make
sucks because I just have a
class.
webcam. I don't have like one of those Sony A6100 cameras. If I had one of those, I would look nice and clean. Now I see your feet. Now I see your face.
I got a clapping or something like that.
Nah, that's something completely
thumbs up.
different.
Thumbs up.
Do you see the thumbs up?
I see the
Yes.
thumbs up.
Yeah. It's an old iPad, so it doesn't even. It's like an 11.0 or whatever. I think they passed 13 or something now.
You probably can't even upgrade anymore on that.
Nope.
That's the
I
sucky thing
I
about
couldn't
Apple.
put Disney Plus on. That's what sucked. I couldn't put Disney Plus on it because you need software has to be past at 13,
Right, yeah.
and mine's only went up to like 11 or 12.
That's the only thing that really sucks about Apple. Otherwise, they make pretty good products. Especially
Mike, when I go to More 2, I can't change my background.
See, I'm not as familiar with the phone settings as I am on the computer. Hi, Shaney.
No, I'm on
We're
the
near the
Fire
end,
Pad.
Shaney.
I'm on the Fire Pad.
Shaney, 9 more minutes to go, but you can watch the replay if you want. My friend Shaney is on Facebook. Keith, she's
Yeah.
a big James Bond fan. She drives an Aston Martin.
Nice.
Really? Wow.
Shaney, my friend Keith, he's a huge James Bond fan. Go in your office, Keith.
Now,
Go in your
All
office now with your phone or whatever it is.
I got the pad.
Hold on, Shaney. My friend Keith is going to show you his James Bond collection. I know you'll
don't think
like
we
that.
got enough time for that.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Oh, we might have to go extended today. People
Yeah,
are
we
adding
might have
on
to
at the
run a little
last
late.
minute.
Mike, come on.
You're on? Shaney,
Yeah.
just check out my friend's James Bond collection. Wait, show the posters and all the other stuff. Like, get
Posters,
closer to it. The little posters up. Yeah.
Oh. Well, the sign stuff.
Yeah, the signs. Yeah, Keith is like one of the biggest James Bond fans. He's on James Bond radio.
And George Lazenby, who played Bond once. I met him.
Yep, there you go. Show the car. The Aston Martin. DB, what is it, a DB5? There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
now
Keith's
you're-
Aston Martin.
Yes, we don't want to see your finger. We want to see the car.
I'm trying to do something with the car. Can you give me a second? Does it still work? Hold on. Yeah.
I thought you took the batteries out.
Never took it out of the box.
Hi, Anna.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff, and a lot of books.
A lot of James
books about
Bond
it.
books. You got
lot of books.
you got the cologne, you got the books, you got the posters, the movies.
The cologne. I got the.
I can't
got
see
the-
anything.
I left my office. I got the
Oh.
original VHS copies.
Jeez, are
And
they
they weren't
still in?
VHS.
Are they still in plastic?
No. No, they were the ones I used to buy. I used to buy them once. I used to buy one a week at Blockbuster Video.
Remember
old
that
boxes.
Blockbuster Video?
Yeah, that's how long ago they were.
Yeah. Is
I don't
Nick
know,
still
we-
there?
We might have to.
So,
we might have to go
speaking
a little
about
longer than
Blockbuster?
8:30 today. We'll see. Again, if those of you that came on a little bit later in the podcast, if you want to join on Zoom and join the conversation, you can join on Zoom ID 998-063-6285, password 1988. Again, if you came in late, you could always watch the replay on Facebook. So you can catch up. Today's topic was basically one or two topics about movies, like guilty pleasure movies and movies that weren't so good, and the soundtrack was good, and also greatest movie soundtracks. That was today's topic. We actually had a topic today. It's a miracle.
Yeah, how this came up.
What was the greatest soundtrack?
According to Rolling Stone, it was Help by the Beatles.
Which is bullshit because it should be Saturday Night Fever.
What about Star Wars?
That's really a score.
Yeah. That's more of a score than a soundtrack.
Well,
What about Flashdance?
It wasn't
No.
even on the list. You believe that? Top Gun, I think, was on the list.
Top Gun. That was a
Wasn't
that
it?
was my next one.
Top
It
Gun
wasn't?
on the
No,
list.
it wasn't
Nope.
on the list. Oh, wow. That's right. But then again, it's Rolling Stone. They favor the Beatles, so.
Yeah, they do. They got a hard on for the Beatles.
Did they
And
put
the Rolling
Yesterday on
Stones,
there?
for obvious reasons. What?
Did they put on Yesterday?
No, these were soundtracks. Help.
Yeah, no, but the movie Yesterday.
Oh, no.
No.
That's too new. The list was probably older, too.
Because that has a whole soundtrack of the guy doing that was in the movie. He did like a lot of the songs. There's like 30 songs on that album.
Yeah, that was a cool movie. I took Sophia to see that.
I loved it too.
Yeah, my friend Shane's like, yeah, Saturday Night Fever, hands down.
Yeah, number one.
It was the best.
Why
Grease.
it's not number one on the list.
Greg, Grease, was Grease even on that list?
Grease didn't even make the
It
list.
didn't
How
even
do you
make the
not-
list.
Grease-
How do you
Grease
not
should
put
be-
Grease on that list?
I know. Grease was the
What about
movie itself.
Flashdance?
Wasn't
No.
even on the list.
Nope.
Again, Rolling Stone. These are the people that induct people into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Some of them don't even deserve to be there, and there's people that should be in there that are not in there. Right? Like the Smiths. Are they in there? They were influential. They're not there.
Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a bunch of bullshit.
It's politics. It took Kiss how long to get in there? Oh, yeah, I gotta fix
Down.
my
Took Deep Purple.
camera. Goes out of focus, sorry.
Alice Cooper took how long? They finally put him in.
I need a better camera. There we go, now I'm in focus.
Yo, Dan, you know how this topic came up is because the other day I was watching on streaming and it came up on one of the channels was Staying Alive, and I'm saying to Mike, this movie is just so bad. But
It's a good movie. It's how
so
Tony
bad.
grew up,
I'm
man.
watching-
Tony moved on. He moved on from the clubs, tried to make it
Yeah,
on Broadway as a
the
dancer.
story sucked. Its story sucked. It took everything.
You
that
just
the
don't
magic
like
of-
Broadway. That's what it is. You don't like Broadway musicals. You got no culture, no
I
taste
know
for
what you're saying.
Broadway.
What's up, Angel? Thanks for joining our Facebook. You're near the end of the program, but
It
that's
has
all right.
what's
You
her
could
name
catch
in
the
it?
replay.
What was that? What was that girl's name? Fiona something? or
Fiona
whatever?
Hills. Fiona Hills.
Yeah, dude, she was smoking hot.
Yeah, she played a real bitch in that.
Had that English accent and everything, man.
But she is English.
That's why she had the English accent. Because she's English, you bloke.
I can't. Say that to my mother and she'd be laughing at you.
She'd be like, what's wrong with Danny? What's wrong with him?
Well, you know, there's a lot of English actors that play American. They have an American accent.
This-
You don't even know.
That's
You don't
true.
even know that.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them do it pretty good. But don't ever... Oh, what's his name? Kevin Costner. Don't ask him to do any accent. Because it always turns out bad. If you
Well,
build
how
it,
about
they
Sean
will
Connery?
come.
How about Sean Connery, Hunt for Red October? You're a Russian, but why do you sound Scottish? You know?
That's right, Anna. She was on General Hospital for long. I can't even say her name. What's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
She was with
Tongue-tied.
she was with Cisco.
She was hot.
Yeah.
Go
But I
grill
don't know
your
what-
chicken, Shaney. Nice seeing you on here. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Take care, Greg. Nice to see you.
Oh, a little trivia about Staying Alive, right?
Work on that book, Greg. I want to read it. Work on your memoirs.
What were you
I
saying,
want you to
Keith?
have pictures too of all the different stuff you did.
And I'm digging those Star Trek ornaments.
Those are nice, not for nothing.
Awesome.
Is that all from 1 year, or is that from past years?
No, he said he's got
Probably a
14.
bunch.
That's like one every year, he said.
Oh, is that? I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah, he has like 14 of them. Somebody asked him.
Oh, they're good. You could just have a tree of that, just of.
Well, that's like years ago. You had all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for a Bond ornament, but
I still. I had
There's
an
no
8-foot
Bond
tree.
ornaments, Keith?
no.
Really?
I got
Why
Why don't you just put the car